Yeah, good afternoon. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 8th of January 2022. This is my weekly analysis video where I go over all the charts, all the Forex charts on the daily time frame using my high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. So basically, we're just looking at all the charts, what's happened in the week gone by. We're the first week into January 2022, brand new year, and the trading will start picking up next week on Monday. So a big welcome to everyone that's new to the channel, new to the Facebook group, new to the Telegram channels, new to the Matt from Family Man's Trading's Discord channel. Thank you for watching. If you do like the videos, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That would be appreciated. I know they're not the most exciting videos, I say it every week, but oops, that's my chair. We get the point across and we'll get the information to you. So just keeping it pretty simple. So first up, I hope everyone got through their festivities okay. You guys are all lucky, well, the majority of you are. If anyone that lives in Southeast Asia, especially China, Korea, or Vietnam, I guess who else celebrates Lunar New Year's coming up at the end of the month. So still a lot happening. But first up, let's have a look at the news ahead. We always have a look at what's happened. This is a Forex Factory economic calendar. It's free. It's good. You can set it up. You can set it up, filter it. Set up filters, and you can put it in your own local time. So I live in Vietnam, as most of you know, so this is all local time Vietnam. So Friday just gone, last night, we had the employment numbers out of the US and Canada, and the experts got it way wrong. This is the last times number. This is what's predicted, and this is what actually happened. You can see the numbers are way off on, not too bad on the unemployment, but you look at this. 0.2% on the USD average hourly earnings, and look at this number. That's huge. Non-farm payrolls, they're miles off there, the experts, and even 0.2% off here in the unemployment rate. So what chance of us mere mortals got if these experts, so-called experts, can't get it right? Anyway, that's old news. Let's look to the week ahead. It's a quiet week, actually. It all revolves around the US. Fed Chair Powell has a chat, testifies. Wednesday it picks up CPI, core CPI numbers out of the US. Thursday PPI out of the US, and Friday retail sales out of the US. So it's all US related. You got to remember though, the US dollar probably controls all up probably 70+% of the market, so it's all relevant. But it's a pretty quiet week in the news. Not much else happening in the rest of the world, but the US seems to be have all the high impact events. So that's the news. Now, let's have a look at a Word document, which I show you every week. If you're new to my videos or you don't understand my method or my systems, this explains. You can pause the video, take a screenshot of this, or just pause the video and have a read of it. It just explains the setup on the charts, what my indicators are. So I've got the 3 moving averages, that's them there. The QMP filter, that's the red and green dots on the chart, on the price chart. That's just a combination of the MACD Platinum, which is described down the bottom here, and the QQE Advanced, which is not on the chart. I don't need to see it, but the QMP, Q stands for QQE, MP stands for MACD Platinum. So that's all that means. I don't know why I call it a filter. Till this day, I still don't know why, but it's just a red and green dots on the chart. You'll see red trend lines, you'll see green trend lines, blue trend lines, grey vertical lines. Sells are basically in red, buys are in blue. Stop losses, red dotted lines, big numbers, parity, green dashed horizontal lines. The MACD Platinum is an oscillator. It's a zero lag MACD. So it's a little bit different to the standard MACD. Oscillates around a zero level like all oscillators do. I'm generally looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. But we'll go through all this on the charts. But as I said, have a read of that, take a screenshot or whatever. And as I say, every video, I understand that English is not everyone's first language. You may not understand the Australian accent. I do apologise. I do make plenty of notes on the charts, so you can just pause the video at any time and read the notes on the charts. So let's get on to them. So where is it? TradingView. I use TradingView for my analysis. This is TradingView. This is the daily chart. This is my watch list that I call the trades on, down to gold here. The 3 down the bottom, US dollar, US 500 and Bitcoin. And just for more out of curiosity, just to see how the overall market's going. So this is my watch list. It's highlighted in orange like it is here. AUSCAD means I want to talk to you about something. There's two new trade signals for Monday, and I'll get to them. One's the Aussie New Zealand, and the other one's the USD Japanese yen. But we'll get to them in a minute. Let's work through the list one by one. Like I said, all these trades, all the information you'll see on the chart. So generally, the latest trade is on the right, either up here or below price, doesn't matter, but it's normally on the right. Previous trades, because as you know, most of you know, I have two trades on at times. In this case, this is highlighted in orange because my buy trade from the 9th of December has been stopped out. There's a stop there. It was below this low here, and it powered through on Thursday. I think I called that the Facebook group, and it's just continued down. So that buy is now stopped out for an overall profit. Last trade was a sell here. You can read the notes for the sell. The stop's been MACD platinum through the zero level. You can see that here. That's one of my indicators that I'm time to take action. We've made some good profit, something like that. Close out half. On Monday, you'd be closing out half and dragging your stop down above the high here. So we're locking in profit. Overall profit on the sell. We've made an overall profit on the buy. So it's been a perfect setup. You can see the red dot there for the sell. There's a green dot there for the buy. All these trades are called at the time. So on the day, when I get that signal, on the open of that candle or within an hour or so after it, I'm calling that trade, putting the notes on the charts, taking a screenshot, posting that in the group, and also putting that in the shared folder everyone's got access to. So they're all called live. They're not. None of this is after the fact. It's all at the time. So it's very transparent. And you know, I've called a couple of thousand trades now, so there's nothing to hide. Everyone knows my rules. So we're looking good. And this is stopped out. I just leave it on the chart to show you guys on the weekend video that we're being stopped out. So after the video finishes, I just highlight this. I go back to it and I just tidy up the chart, remove this trade, remove the lines, etc. All we're in now is a sell. We're going to close half on Monday and drag the stop down above the high here. So looking good, looking good. We'll bring that stop down. So life's good on the AUDUSD. Aus Japanese yen. We took a sell on Friday. It's gone nowhere. You can see there. So there's a perfect example. A trade's been called live one day, opened and closed at the same level by the looks. Oh, well, at least I'm not looking bad. I'm not looking good either. It's going nowhere fast. Stop up here, sell. Again, read the notes for why I took the trade. It's all pretty clear. Aus New Zealand, highlighted in orange, must be for a reason. Yes, that's the one I just said. We're going to take a new sell trade on Monday. If you just move this red line across, you can see there's a red QMP filter dot. We got this high here, broke the high, but didn't really push through. It tried a couple of times, come down, and I could just probably drag that across a bit. And it's come, bang, try to bang through, and then suddenly bang, and we've got divergence. We had some divergence there. Now we've got regular divergence there, regular and regular. So there is divergence. That's probably a double top there. It's probably not so much. But definitely divergence there. My only concern is the MACD platinum's already at the zero level, and the MAs are starting to look like they cross, but they're very tight. It's a high risk trade, don't get me wrong. But I'm taking the sell, even though the MACD platinum's at the zero level. I like the divergence. It's been going sideways sort of for a while. Take the sell, keep the stop where I put it there, and we'll try and at least get price down at the MAs and hopefully go a bit lower. So here we go. So it's Aus New Zealand, sell trade on Monday open. Now, the good thing about TradingView, different to MT4, MT5, I'm not sure how other platforms go, but they're the three platforms I'm familiar with. TradingView presents this red dot, QMP filter dot, or the MACD platinum dots on the close for Monday on Friday's close. MT4, MT5 don't do that. If we had exactly the same setup on MT4, MT5, you would not see that red QMP filter dot. But on Monday, as soon as the market opens, that dot will present on the MT4, MT5, and it's the same, exactly the same signal. It's just TradingView. I like it. Gives you a bit of a heads up. That's all it is. Something about TradingView. I don't know why it does it, but I like it. It's good. Makes life easy for Monday. Righto, Aussie USD. We're in a buy from here. It was a high risk trade. You can read the notes over on the left here. So it's on the 7th of December. You can see bounced off the green line. So the green line here is the 70-cent level. That's the 75-cent level. They're numbers at the Aussie dollar. I don't know whether it's self-fulfilling or whatever, but price definitely bounces around those numbers. And it did perfectly off the buy there. Got the green dot, got a buy off the 70-cent level. and it went up nicely into the MAs. Now we had the sell, probably, what's that? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So early last week, got a sell there. It's a nice signal. That's the sell here, the 4th of January, with the trend. It started to go against me straight. It went against me right from the get-go. I remember that. That was the first trading day of the year. Then it's come down, but then Friday, after the USD payroll numbers, it's bounced up again. But the buy was still in the partial buy here. Got some profit locked in. Sell stops up here. So not looking too bad on the Aussie at the moment. Just got to give it a bit of room to move. MACD Platinum still a long way above the zero level. CAD Swiss, we're in a buy here. Now I've moved the stop up to below the low here. This is my first, second, third attempt at this buy. So you can see all the divergences there. The grey lines basically mean the failed attempts I've had previously at it. This is a higher risk trade. You can read the notes again, pause the video. And it went against me, but it's popped up nicely, and Friday's been some follow through. In the meantime, I'm drawing these red potential hidden bearish divergence. I just keep on adjusting these every day as price moves and the MACD moves, and until they're no longer valid. So if the price just kept on going up and went like that, no longer valid, just delete them. But in the meantime, I just draw them on the charts just to give me a heads up what's happening or what's coming. The reason I've moved my stop up is this was against the trend. You can see the MAs are starting to spread. Now, Thursday we touched the 50. Friday we pushed up towards the 100. Start thinking about closing half, locking it, bringing up your stop. It's against the trend. It's a high risk trade. Don't worry about the losses. We'll recuperate a little bit of them. It's not the end of the world. We've got plenty of other pairs to play with. So MACD Platinum through the zero level. So we're sort of in no man's land. So we really need to try and just milk the remaining for as much as we can. Euro Aussie, what are we in here? Buy. Took a buy that was on Friday morning, and it's gone up nicely, only a little bit. Again, you can read the notes. There's divergence there. You can see the green trend lines. Anytime you see green trend lines, it's bullish divergence. Red trend lines is basically bearish divergence. And this one is hidden. And everyone knows what I think about hidden divergence. I love it. So you can see that. So look, they're a bit hard to spot hidden divergence, but you could, you could go from any of these points here, but it's the same. It's basically the same. So higher lows here and lower lows on the MACD Platinum. So that's hidden bearish divergence. I still look at my cheat sheet on my whiteboard next to my computer because I still get the hidden divergence is tricky. It's not easy. Everyone on the planet can spot regular divergence, but hidden divergence, and that's anyway. Euro Swiss, right? We're in a sell from back here. That's the 22nd of September. We're still in it. Stops here. Look, we've had a couple of signals. I think there's a buy here. We took that and we had no success. Took a buy here and a small loss. That was stopped out. That was a small loss. Sell signal here. I didn't take it. I remember calling that. I think that was last week's video or weeks before video. I didn't like where it was. Yeah, probably 2 weeks ago because we're on this previous low here, and price hadn't gone back to the MAs close enough. It went down a bit, but not much, and I still would have been if I'd taken that trade. I still would have been in it, and I would have been out of it with a loss on that green dot here. Now, I did say this is a buy signal. It's a valid buy signal, even though the MACD Platinum is above the zero level because there's all this divergence. But I declined to take it. I just want to clear this chart and see how we go. The stop, we're going to sell with a stop up here, so we're locking in lots of profit. It's just getting it's been a bit tough to trade. Price has been going down. MACD's been going up. Huge big divergence. Could have taken the buy there. And look, in hindsight, I probably should have with a tight stop underneath the lows here, but I didn't. Just wasn't my cup of tea on this watch list. But having said that, I did take it on 3 other watch lists I'm trading, so it's not as if I ignored it completely, but I just didn't call it on this group just to be on. I'm just playing it safe with you guys, that's all. Euro yen, let's have a look. I think we're going to buy from back here. You can read it, 9th of December, second attempt. There's the first one there. There's the second one. grey warning line here because we've got a red dot on the MACD platinum above the 0 level. You can see it's starting to roll over, but price is still going up. So we're getting the potential for divergence up here somewhere. Looking good. It's been a bit tight. You know, we bounced off this sort of level here, and it's gone up, it's come back down, bounced up. It's really going nowhere fast, not taking out these previous highs. So we've closed half, and we're locking in some profit there. And the thing is, this was taken on a trend line break too. So the buy signal was here. I got stopped out somewhere down here, just below the lows. But that buy signal remained valid, and it's the last dot on the QMP filter. See the green dot? There's no red dot in here. So that I drew this trend line across the highs here. This big bullish candle here took the buy, and Murphy's Law would have it straight away. Come down against me, bounce back up nicely, bounce back down towards my stop, and come off this low here and bounce up nice. So it's all worked. And in the meantime, drag my stop up. So that's Euro Yen. Looking pretty good on the buy side. And look at that. Bullish, bearish on Thursday, bullish on Friday. Yeah, you look at these candles. This is daily. Bullish, bearish, bullish. Yeah, it's hard to get a read on it sometimes. Euro USD, having a few trades on this. Sells 9th of September. Sell 27th of September. Yeah, so sell 27th of September there. So both stops in place for those two sells are locked in profit, so all good. In the meantime, that's over a month of nothing. That is over a month of sideways, absolutely sideways action on the Euro USD. You know, that's just, like, it does get in a bit of a grind sometimes, this pair. It can have, but then it has its moves. You know, this is the most traded pair on the planet, 23, 24% or something. Euro USD going nowhere. So we're in this two sells, there. Last one trade was a buy here. Now, I've been saying for weeks you could have got out of this buy any time for a small profit. And, you know, the MACD platinum's been above the 0 level, so I'm in sell mode, hence the grey warning vertical line here. I've dragged my stop right up, and it still hasn't touched my stop, and Friday's popped up again. So, yeah, locking in profit all round there at the moment. Can't lose on the Euro USD with 3 trades. Yeah, I just can't get over this sideways action on it. Pound Swiss, it's highlighted in orange for a reason. That is because my sell here, this one here, the stop up here, was eventually stopped out on this candle, I think. No, not that one. That's just the warning. This one definitely, and it's just continued up. So that sell is now finished. Worst case scenario on that, I'm saying it would have been overall break even. Absolutely worst case scenario on that sell. You would have closed half when this big in this area here somewhere, prices broke through this previous low. We had this big bearish candle and a nothing candle next day. MACD platinum through the 0 level. You know, the trend's down. You would have closed half, dragged the stop down, kept the stop there, and eventually, bang, stopped out. In the meantime, I had this buy in here. And the stop for that would have been, the original stop would have been down here. Never come close. It didn't take off like all my trades. But eventually it's gone nicely. I've dragged the stop up now below the low here. We're closing half somewhere. As soon as we get into sort of the moving averages against the trend, you want to start looking at taking some trade management. If nothing else, bring the stop up. You might not have enough pips to take half off the table. You can reduce the risk, and we'll see how we go. But so the only reason this is highlighted in orange is because I've stopped out on the sell. So once the video is finished, I will remove that from the chart. Like I said, I'll leave it on there to show you guys on the weekend what's happened with trade management. We're still on the buy. The stop's been dragged right up. And in the meantime, we've got these potential divergence lines forming, and just keep on adjusting them every day. So the buy's looking good, sells out. Pound yen, in a buy here. I've dragged the stop up a bit. Now, just below the moving averages, you can see the moving averages are all a bit tight, but they're starting to spread to the upside, maybe. Previous high here, we're not, I'll get rid of this one, we don't need it, do we? Previous high here, prices came up very close to it. You could say we're in the same zone there. There's a potential. We've got a grey line here, hence, because we've got a red dot. MACD platinum's a long way above the 0 level. Look for a double top here or a turning point, potential sell, which I'll be happy to take. It'd be a high risk trade. Maybe you can probably drag the stop up on the buy a bit higher, but we're looking good. We're in the buy at the moment, so it's good. Pound New Zealand doing well. This is the big 1,000 pipper, I think. Let's have a look. We'll bring on the measuring tool. So entries down here from the 12th of November. And current price, what are we at? There we go, 1,013.1 pips, give or take. So 1,000 pipper. This is a pair that does move a lot, so they're not uncommon on this pair. So we took a buy here, read the notes. I think we had a sell, we got stopped out. A new buy signal here, which is not valid. So that sell, the buy is covering that sell. So there's no problems at all. We broke the previous high. You can see the blue line there. We've got divergence happening here. So we had hidden bearish divergence first on this sell. See, this is normally one I probably wouldn't use a stop, but with you guys I use a stop all the time now on this watch list. But in my other private trading, I've got this trade on. I took the sell there, and I took a hedge buy here, and now wait for another sell. So I lock in a loss, waiting for a sell. So we had hidden bearish divergence there. Now we've got the big potential of regular bearish divergence. So it's a double whammy, a 1-2 in divergences. You can see price is shooting up and the MACD is not following up at all. So looking good for a sell, still above the zero level. So we'll take a sell when it presents. Might drag the stop up on the buy, but looking good. Pound USD, another one's making me look like a smart man. We've got a buy in here. This is a trend line break. We took a buy here, we lost, we got stopped out. So that buy signal remains valid. See, it's a green dot. There's no red dot anywhere there, and we've gone up again. Very similar to, what was it, one of those ones up there before. So trend line is drawn across the highs here. You can see that. And we had this beautiful break here, this bullish candle on the blue line. Then, as Murphy's Law would have it, straight back to the trend line, which is not uncommon. You know, if you got a trend line, you get a break, price sometimes comes back to the trend line. And eventually it took a few days, but it got going. It's got up nicely. I've dragged my stop up. As soon as we get to the MAs up here somewhere, MACD's already through the zero level. Yeah, close half, bring your stop up. Now, really brought my stop up a lot tighter. And again, red dot, MACD platinum above the zero level. We're thinking sell now. We're thinking sell, but we can't lose on the pound USD, which I like to see. New Zealand CAD, we're in a sell here, 31st of December. I might have got to close out half. I think I closed out half in here. I called it in the group. We've got this sort of big support level. I've drawn this across. If you watched any of my videos, it's come up here nicely. Nice sell. MA's starting to move down. We've got hidden bearish divergence there. Love it. It's come down, sort of stalled in this area, stalled close to that. So I've closed half, dragged my stop right down. And Thursday, bang, fell off a cliff. Friday, just followed through. So it's all good. So we're only in half a position, which is not ideal, but we can't lose on that, which is great. USD Japanese yen, highlighted in orange. There's a reason we've got a sell signal on Monday. All right, here we are here. So I'll just move the red line across. We're in two buys. So we've got a buy from 24 September here. Stop for that is there. So we're locking in good profit there. I've made some money in here. I did make some. I called those trades. I didn't call the sell. I called that sell there. We probably break in, called this buy here. I think we got out of that for a small profit. No sell there, it wasn't valid. And next one was this buy here, which is 16th of December. All good. That stop is now just above the entry level. It just went up nicely. Once I got this previous high up here, you close at half, drag the stop up. In the meantime, price is going up. You can see price higher highs, but the MACD platinum, lower highs. So we've got a higher risk trade on Monday. Sell. There's a red dot there. You can see it there. See there is there. You can see it there. Red dot. Take the sell on Monday. High risk trade. Stop's going to be up here. You can see my notes. So if it opens pretty close to where it closed on Monday, all good. Take the sell on the USD Japanese yen. Can't lose on the buys. Locking in plenty of profit there, which is good. USD Singapore dollar, two trades. Sell from the 1st of December. Again, this was called at the time. Went against me, came down nicely, popped up again. Didn't break the highs, which is good. Eventually dropped off a cliff. All good. Anywhere in here, close half. Bring your stop down. It's come down. I've dragged my stop right in the entry now. I think I dragged that a few days ago. I got this buy signal earlier in the week here. You can see again hidden bullish divergence. Like it, I like it, I like it. Went up straight from the get-go. Thursday good. Friday non-farm payrolls come out. US dollar got the took a bit of a toweling, hence it's dropped back down the entry level. But didn't. My sell's still in, so any money I'm losing on the buy, the partial sell is offsetting it a bit. So it's all good. Still got the stop down here. No reason to move it as yet. MACD platinum still a fair way below the zero level. Give it room. Because I've locked in that sell, keeping that sell on, I'm quite happy to take a bit of a hit on the buy. No dramas. So that's USD, Singapore dollar. XAU, USD, gold. Look, this is going. I know people get excited by gold. It's a nice, bright, shiny object, I guess, and people are very attracted to it. But it's really, I don't get excited by it, but it does create a lot of conversation. My last trade was a buy here. I did take the buy on this grey vertical line. You can see it there, but I was just stopped out on this, poke down through my stop. Then I drew this trend line across the highs here and took the buy here. It's gone up nicely. Got a red dot on the MACD platinum, green dot, red dot. Definitely closing half somewhere in here somewhere because we're above the zero level. We're getting all these red dots and stuff. Eventually, I dragged my stop right up below I think I called that early in the week because it was just getting messy. I think it was after this candle here. I called the stop right up and it was stopped out. So the buy, overall, small profit. And with the previous buys, probably an overall loss, but not a huge loss by any means. So we're out of gold at the moment. Next signal I'm looking for is probably a sell, whether it's going to happen or not. We're hovering around this sort of 1800 level, which seems to be a big number on gold. I'm not sure why 1,800 is a big number, but everyone talks about it. And that's probably where the entry was, and the price is pretty close to now. You can see it there, 1796. So we're very close. So we're out of gold. Small profit on the last buy, but didn't do enough probably to offset the previous buy. So I'll tidy up this chart. I'll remove everything on this chart and I'll start afresh. Right, these three US dollar, these are just for shits and giggles, as I said. I'd just like to see how this thing moves nicely. Look at that reds and green dots. They're perfect, some of them, like not perfect, but they're spot on, just if you just traded that, you'd do all right. But in the meantime, here's our buy. You can see the divergence there. Hidden bullish divergence. Really need to break this high here, which we haven't as yet. Let's just drag that line across so we know it's there for next week. So yeah, we had the buy signal here and then sideways during the week. Then Friday with the numbers out of the US, that's gone the wrong way. So yeah. US 500, US stock market. This was the previous highs here. You've seen, if you've been watching my videos, you would have seen this for a few weeks now. Broke through it. Didn't really get convincing. Then this week it's just dropped back down below it. So in the meantime, big divergence, sell signal there. Now, as I always say, you're going to You're going to take the sell signals on the US stock market. It's a tough. Eventually it will collapse, but you could do this 30 times before it does collapse. Who knows? Smart things probably just take the buys. Look at the pullbacks. You can't really mess them up too much. It's look at the trend. It's an uptrend. I think let's go to a weekly chart. Just a quick look. Look at that. That's a weekly trend. That's just up. Why take sells? Eventually it will turn, like everything does. Doesn't go on forever, but it's a stock market, and being a index, what is it? US 500. So it's the top 500 companies. If company 323 is not performing, it gets thrown out and replaced by company 501. It's a loaded market as it is. So they're looking for the performers, and the underachievers are thrown out. It's like the Dow 30 or the NAS 100, stuff like that, all the same. All right, Bitcoin's taking a bit of a pizzling on the week. It's going down. Last signal was a sell signal, which actually proved pretty good. As you probably know, I'm getting into crypto a bit, so I'm starting to get a bit of an understanding and starting to talk like a crypto head. It's a weird world, I tell you. They just do things completely differently. But it's still the technical analysis on the chart and the chart to chart. Here we've got divergence. You can see it forming, looking for a buy. Now I drew this level a while ago, and it's bounced right off it on Thursday/Friday because it's a 24-hour market, 24/7 market. So Friday it's bounced off. This is Saturday's candle. Yeah, so if this level here holds, you may get a bounce up, but MACD is still heading down. In the meantime, I keep on adjusting these trend lines as I normally do. But yeah, if you took that sell there, you would have been, well, you know, if you had crypto, you bought Bitcoin and you got that sell signal there, good time to close out and wait for a new entry, you know. Try to dollar cost average into something that everyone says is going to hit it. Oh, there goes my alarm. Must be something. Yeah, everyone says it's going to hit 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever, but who knows. All right, that's it for the charts, guys. Let's go back to the Word document so you can have a look. And like I said, I call all these trades live in the groups, in the Facebook group, in the Telegram channels, and also Family Man Trading's Discord channel. So I post the screenshots, call the trades live, and also post them on TradingView sometimes. I'll do a little video or a screenshot and post it on TradingView on their social media side of things. So it's all very legit. Everyone's more than welcome to join those groups. There's links to those in the description of the video. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't a waste of 32 minutes of your life on a weekend. And we'll see how we go. We'll get into it next week. So all you day traders should be back now trading. Just don't annoy me with your stuff. No, it's all good, facts. Thanks for being a part of the JAGfx family and enjoy the weekend. Stay safe wherever you are. Cheers.